Yeah, it's a great pick. My lock, and maybe it's just because I'm in Detroit right now, and it's a weird one, but I mean, this
My
guy's
lock's in
actually.
Detroit too.
Oh God.
We'll
Well,
see.
if you they're playing. This is why they're playing against St. Louis, and he has great numbers against these three Cardinals pitchers,
Okay.
in his career. And I think it's Mikolas and Gibson, and I forget who's starting. I'm trying to pull it up real quick, but um, yeah, it's
I'll pull it up.
Matz, Steven Matz,
Mm,
and then Mikolas and then Gibson and Mikolas or
hmm.
Michaelis, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and he has good numbers in their career. He's only rostered in 5% of leagues, so you could pick him up for the week.
Mm.
And by the way, you can drop him right afterwards if you're feeling like, hey, he stinks. And I feel like he's gonna have a good week. And I just punched my microphone again. I feel like he's gonna have a good week in New York. They're playing the weekend in New York. Everyone knows that's he could hit a bunch of home runs out there. Over the last week, he's up to 319 OBP, which is not great, but he does have 3 stolen bases. He's heating up. It's a really slow start to the season. A guy who's probably most people are down on, but at one point you probably were obsessed with this guy. That's Javy Baez.
Oh, look at that. I love it. Not mine, but no, I do like the Javi Baez a pick.
What's the difference? If he sucks this week, you'll drop him after the week. But if you're looking for a guy who can throw in the middle infield for a week, I think he's going to have a good week. He has good numbers against the starters, and then he's going to go to New York and he's going to want to show out there. Why not?
I mean, that's definitely one that you're going on feeling because he hasn't really been hot per se. I mean,
He
again,
hasn't been hot, but he's been heating up. You don't, get him while he's heating up so that when he's hot, you have him.
I guess. I
You're,
mean, yeah, if you look from April
if you get someone
17th,
while they're hot and then they're just cooling down on your team, that doesn't help you.
the thing that he does bring is he's got 6 stolen bases so far. Like, that I think that's
Yeah.
kind of underrated, especially, if
I
you're in
think he's
deeper
gonna.
leagues and you just need some
I'll
cheap
guarantee
speed.
you he hits a home run this weekend against the Yankees. How about
All
that?
right,
He's
all right.
going to hit a home run this weekend against the Yankees.
It's too bad you can't like put bets down like that, like over
I
a
can.
series. The guy, you
Oh,
can.
series, yeah. Well,
Oh
I could
yeah, I'm
just bet
saying
him
like
anytime
per
homer for
game.
three
Yeah.
straight games. His number's going to be good enough that I could probably get if he hits in one of them.
Well, I hope so because he's only got 1 home run so far this year. And
Yep.
again, I was hoping for. I made this call a little bit earlier in the off season. On another podcast, I said if Detroit's good, Javi Baez is the kind of guy who thrives under the moment, and so I think if Detroit was playing better, he would be playing better. And so I think that's a great call out that you bring up the New York thing, right? Like him being on the big stage, he's a guy who I think enjoys that stage,
Thrives in
right?
that.
And
Yep.
thrives. That's when he plays at his best. And so, I mean, you can look up 1,000 YouTube videos though of him swinging at pitches that are, in the other batter's box.
Yeah, and that's probably why he's rostered in
Right.
5% of leagues. Like, not I know his numbers have been bad this year. I don't know if he's as bad as like how the
Mhm.
people are,
Perceiving
viewing
him
him.
to be,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, 100%. Especially, I mean, again, doesn't matter for defense or for fantasy, but his defense is going to keep him in the lineup. It's a
Right.
great, great glove. So I love the pick. Former Cub, World Series
Yeah,
champ.
of
Love
course.
it. My lock of the week, another Detroit Tiger. We didn't plan this, don't worry. And again, this is a guy who most people probably expect to start, but I think I've actually saw a few tweets where it's like this guy's falling off, or is he kind of a bust? Is he not what we expected? And a lot of people are talking about sitting him, especially if you only have 3 outfield spots. I'm not sitting this guy almost anywhere unless you have some top outfielders, and that is Riley Greene.
Mm.
Um, he's got a 234 batting average right now. Do not let that fool you. 20% walk rate gives him a 379 on base percentage so far this year. Has been phenomenal. He's got 22 runs scored, which is another again thing that maybe gets lost a little bit. It's on pace for over 130 runs this
Yes.
season. And then just some of the underlying stuff that has really shown me, like, again, the surface numbers don't really seem to line up. He's 90th percentile or better in xWOBA, xSlug, barrel percentage, and walk rate. He's hitting the ball extremely hard. He's hitting it with authority, and he's not chasing. He's 80th percentile better in average exit velocity, sweet spot percentage, and chase rate. Guys, just his underlying stuff is just screaming that's, he's going to explode. And he really hasn't been that bad. Like, I think people are, again, expecting him to be this stud, and maybe he reaches that soon, but don't write off Riley Greene just yet, because I would, if you can trade for him, I think he's a great trade target because, again, perceived value just seems to be down on him, and I am not down on Riley Greene.
I mean, all this Tigers talk is making me I'm looking outside now. It still looks disgusting out there and super wet, but like maybe I should go to the Tiger game. Just kidding. I'm definitely not going. But um I mean, I kind of want to go now. All right. That will do it for us unless you have anything else.
No, good episode.
Yeah, great episode. I think we love the Tigers
Yeah.
and we also love the Philadelphia Phillies. So we we ride with the hot team. Sorry, that's our job, right? That's fantasy baseball. It's a like emotional roller coaster. How's your week going with your fantasy team? You're doing all right, or
Oh no, one of
I know.
our
It's
league,
just
I'm
like
getting. I've too many injuries.
I've been
too
I've
many.
been getting
Yeah,
roasted as well. It's just gotta pick it up. But
some
that's
of them
fantasy
are.
baseball.
Yeah,
And it's
some of them are
crazy because
good.
Alec Boehm like been incredible, and like in my other league, like Alec Boehm. I mean, think about have you seen what Freddie Freeman's numbers look like? Like they're stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta And by the way, if you don't know, Ronald Acuna has still been like the ranked #1 player in the league. Like he's having an awesome season. That's always like quietly.
Ellie was pushing for that for I think he was #1 for a few days, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But fun season, I think, so
Yeah,
far. Baseball's got
great.
some weird things going on. I saw another like everyone runs on contact from third base now. And like I feel like we're seeing more guys get thrown out at home plate on like ground balls in the
Yeah.
infield than ever before. I saw John Boy was talking about that. It's like it's weird baseball right now. But we're still having fun. We'll talk again. I'm assuming the episode will be out Thursday. So Wednesday,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're good for. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm available. So you'll hear from one of us at least on Wednesday or Thursday. And until then, I appreciate everyone for listening, tuning in, liking, subscribing, doing all those fun things that help us out and help grow the podcast for other people. And submit your questions. If you're listening to this now, write us a couple questions. Why not? And then we'll answer them on Wednesday's episode. Like I asked earlier about a trade, you can ask us about a trade and what we think about that and other topics such as that. So all that and a whole lot more coming up later this week. Until then, I'll see you guys.